Alright guys, just San here, back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the physical MVP 17. Because of course, this guy is about an EZA on Global Dokkan, so figured we could do a showcase on him. And he's definitely really good. He can get up to some high amounts of damage reduction. He does support for like 60% defense too. I think actually it's 77% if you're below an HP threshold. So a very good unit overall. But I don't know if he was necessarily the unit we should have seen EZA for the celebration, because he doesn't necessarily help out Super 17 all that much. Maybe if we would have seen like the LR Physical Androids EZA or the AGL Super 13 EZA, they would have benefited the main Dokkan Fest of the celebration, the Super 17, just a little bit more. But that's not to take anything away from this guy. He's still a very good EZA, and it's more Universal Rival Saga buff, so I'm not really complaining. I just think maybe if they wanted to help out Super 17 a bit more, they could have chose maybe a different EZA. But regardless, he's still very good. And I think he's going to help a lot of players out because, again, he's such a good support. And also, he can get up to some pretty good defensive levels with his damage reduction. But alright, before we get into the video, if you find yourself enjoying it at any point, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, keep in mind there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to skip around to any part, then absolutely feel free to do that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So on this opening rotation right here, we are going to have 5 out of 7 links. So definitely really good in terms of links. We do also have a lot of support between the LR Androids and the Gamma 2. So again, just a very good rotation for him. In start of turn, we're at 236k defense. Alright, so that's not the greatest start of turn defensive stat, but there are a couple things you have to consider. So this guy does get 30% defense on super. So then after we super, what we're going to be at like, I think 350k defense, just around that mark, maybe a little bit lower, but still pretty good, I guess, after we super. You know, definitely a difference in his defense. We are also physical, so we got the base 5 additional built into our kit. So that means even 55%, you still could technically get the double super, which I do suggest you go full additionals with him, by the way. But okay, right there, 9.2. Actually, a pretty crazy attack stat. That definitely is pretty good, considering this guy is, again, supporting, and he's got a lot of other things in his kit, which we'll go over now. So this guy is building up as well. He gets 17% defense with every attack received, up to 50%. Now, 50% defense might not seem the craziest to you, but you got to keep in mind that is calculated separately, and you only really have to receive 4 attacks to get that full buff, so it's pretty good, actually. I mean, you know, just for the first couple turns you have him, maybe just throw him in slot 1 when the events aren't really hitting that hard anyway, so you could get away with, you know, just him receiving a couple of attacks. You build that up, and then you'll see a big difference between his defense before he's built up and then after he's built up. So it's definitely good that it doesn't take that long to build up, and also it's a very good buff, right? 50% defense that's calculated separately, again, is, you know, good. You'll notice a difference between the before and after. And then he does also support all allies for 3 key and 60% defense. Definitely very good. That's probably the main thing about this unit that I like, is the 3 key and 60% defense support to all allies. It's not restricted to any category or super class or extreme class, just all allies. So definitely very good with that, especially because it's 60% defense. That's a crazy buff right there. 60% defense is massive. So you're going to noticeably, you know, see everyone on the team is going to be looking a lot better because of this guy. But all right, right here, we're at 324k defense, almost 100k defense difference between the last turn and this turn. And I think we only received like 2 attacks, right? So that's what I'm saying. You know, you just receive a couple of attacks with this guy, you'll notice the defense does start to get a lot higher. So I guess we'll just throw him in slot 1. After this turn, we'll be fully built up. So that definitely is pretty good. Then we'll see him fully built up on the next turn. And between, you know, all the defense he's got, again, once you're fully built up, you'll have a pretty good defensive stat. And then also this guy having damage reduction. So he does just have a base 17% damage reduction for free. Over 9 million again, by the way. That's pretty good for an attack stat. But yeah, him just having the 17% damage reduction for free, which, again, very good considering you have a high level of defense. And then him also having the potential to get an additional 40% damage reduction. It's crazy, right? So as we said, the 17% damage reduction is free, but then the additional 40% damage reduction and then an additional 17% defense to all allies is restricted behind you being below 77% HP. So not really the worst condition. Actually, being below 77% HP isn't going to be that uncommon. You know, if you're in a difficult event, then once you take a super, you'll be below 77% HP just because of how hard, you know, enemy super attacks are hitting now. So that's not really that bad. And you get some extra damage reduction. And with that extra 40% damage reduction, I'm pretty sure you could just throw this guy in slot 1. Because when you have the 40% damage reduction, I think you're going to have what, 57% damage reduction in total, alongside supporting all allies for 77% defense and 3 key, and then, you know, having the extra defense he built up with. This guy's just going to be insane, right? You're going to be over 500k defense and supporting and have 57% damage reduction. It's going to get crazy, right? So he is fully built up right here. And we do also have a lot of support, so this is a very good rotation for him. And we're at 221k defense. Okay, yeah, I forgot. We had our defense lowered on the previous turn. I was going to say, wow, that sucks for being fully built up. But yeah, we had our defense lowered. I completely forgot about that. But okay, I guess we'll wait till the next turn to see what he's looking like. So, I mean, yeah, his damage too, it's not going to be crazy. But considering the support, the damage reduction, the level of defense he's at, it's really not that bad, right? I mean, what was he at? 9 million throughout the video so far. We'll see what he's at right here. That definitely is pretty impressive considering everything this guy's doing. Yeah, 8.25, so still, I mean, pretty good. So it looks like he's going to be around like 8, 9 million attack stats, which is really good. We got the crit off right there, and I think we got the crit on the previous turn as well. But that was just a hidden potential system. This guy doesn't have any built-in crits, which is fine. I mean, he doesn't have any built-in crits, additionals, or dodge or anything like that. Not really too worried about the crits and additionals because he's not really a damaging unit. And he doesn't really need dodge because he's got damage reduction, so that already is kind of his defensive mechanic. So he doesn't really need those things. But I think I mentioned this already, but how you should build him in the hidden potential system, I would say additionals just because he does get defense on super. But there is a case for dodge, right? Because he is a defensive unit, so if you want to say you build him full dodge, I do understand that, but you also have to keep in mind he is a build-up unit. So if you're dodging all these attacks, that will kind of make this guy struggle a little bit more later into the fight, because then if you're not fully built up and you're not dodging these attacks, you're going to take a lot of damage. So I don't think you should give this guy full dodge, but if you want to give him like, I don't know, maybe 10 dodge and then the rest to additionals, I think that might be pretty smart, right? So other than additionals and dodge, it's pretty much the only way you should build him, right? I don't think you should go full crit because this is not a damaging unit. I mean, he could do solid damage, like 8, 9 million. With a crit is definitely really good, but I think there's more potential with this guy if you were to build him for additionals, which benefits him defensively, or dodge, which of course benefits him defensively. But alright, right here we're at 354k defense, so definitely really good, because again, keep in mind if we were below 77% HP, we would have the 57% damage reduction. We don't have that though. Right here we're only at 17% damage reduction, which is still alright, because then after we super, we're going to be at like 500k defense with 17% damage reduction. So I'm pretty sure we would survive like Omega Shenron Super right here. So that definitely is pretty impressive. I mean, we are also supporting again. You know, we're going to do a really good amount of damage as well, considering we have this level of defense and the support. So overall, definitely looking really good. I guess what we can do is we can go ahead and show this turn right here. And then the next turn we have when we can nuke with him. And then we'll go ahead and cut to the Omega Shenron Red Zone test. I am kind of curious how much damage he's going to take in there. I can already tell you he's going to tank normals, but I am kind of curious how much he's going to tank from a super. But okay, 9.2 again. Dude, yeah, this guy's damage, man. I wasn't expecting it to be this crazy. I didn't know that his damage was this good, right? Because, I mean, hitting almost 10 million while you're at 500k defense with 17% damage reduction and you're doing the support, you know, the 3 key and 60% defense, it's just crazy, right? So I do definitely think this guy's really good. I think he gets really OP once you're below 77% HP. But if you don't have that, he's still decent, right? I mean, you know, you'll have the 17% damage reduction, which isn't crazy, but with 500k defense, again, still definitely good, right? I mean, if you have type advantage, you'll be able to tank probably supers in a lot of these really difficult events. And if you're type neutral, you'll probably be able to tank normals. But I think a super attack would still probably kill you. Okay, so I figured we could just skip the previous rotation because it was just kind of fluffing the video up. But we have a very good setup for him right here. We are definitely below 77% HP. So right here, we're supporting all allies for 77% defense and 3 key. We have 57% damage reduction. And we are at 427k defense. And then after we super, we're going to be more around like 600k defense. So 600k defense with 50% damage reduction. And we're supporting all allies for 3 key and 77% defense. Yeah, definitely very good. Definitely a very good turn for him. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and nuke with him right here. I mean, yeah, once you got a rotation like this, dude, it starts to get crazy. Because you're at such a high level of damage reduction. You're also supporting for a lot. And his damage is going to look pretty impressive. I mean, of course, right here we are nuking with him, but like on a normal turn, his damage will look pretty good too. I mean, we've seen him at almost 9 million throughout the video, which definitely is very good. But all right, not the craziest luck with key spheres, but still good enough. We have a lot of support on this rotation as well, so I'm expecting a pretty good showing right here for the nuke test. Yeah, almost 20 million. Definitely very good. 20 million with, 600k defense, 57% damage reduction, and the support this guy has. It just starts to get crazy. All right, so we're here fighting Red Zone Omega Shenron, and I don't know if we're going to survive right here. The LR androids 17 and 18 might end up dying, but they're only taking 3 attacks, so I don't know. We'll see. But if they do survive, then we'll be able to see the MVP Android 17 tank a super. Yeah, I don't think we're going to live on this one. Okay, well, you know what? We tried. If we do survive, it's going to be just barely. But I think Gamma 2 should be fine right here, right? Because he's going to get his super attacks off. He's going to tank double digits. I kind of wanted him to tank double digits before he supered, but I guess it is what it is. I mean, he'll do a lot of damage right here, which is good, I guess. I mean, he's not going to kill, so it doesn't really matter. Because I really just want to see the Android 17 tank a super. Okay, solid damage. Yeah, I mean, the triple super's cool, I guess. I mean, you're already tanking double digits after, like, your second super, so I don't really care, but it, is what it is. It's cool. Extra damage, sure. I'm really just worried about the Android 17 and 18 tanking. I'm pretty sure they're dead. I forget. I think they get defense on super. We'll see. Maybe get the additional to help out just a little. Come on. No additional. 97k, dude. Okay, we are surviving. All right, just barely, though. Okay, I'm happy I recorded this. I almost didn't because I figured they would just die, but all right, here we go. We got the super off first. We do not have the damage reduction, or at least the extra 40% damage reduction, because start of turn, we were not below 77% HP. But okay, how much are we taking from this? 366k. Okay, so we did die because we were very low on HP, but that's really not that bad, because he does hit very hard. We didn't have the additional 40% damage reduction, so if we had that, we probably would have tanked like double digits. So overall, definitely very impressive. He didn't really take that much damage from it. But that was a good turn for him, well, a good, just fight for him. We had the Zeno support memory and also a pretty solid team for him. But with all that shown, let's go ahead and cut to the unit breakdown. All right, here we have Last Ditch Battle, Android 17. So starting off with his leader skill, it is Android's category Key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 170%, or super physical type Key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 120%. So definitely a solid leader skill. 170% to Androids is pretty good, right? And then his super attack effect is he raises defense for 1 turn, does immense damage, and then greatly lowers attack and defense. This is actually really good. Greatly lowering attack and defense is amazing for Super Battle Road. So definitely very good there. Another reason why you're going to want to go full additionals with him, because if you get 2 of these, dude, the enemy's going to be doing like no damage whatsoever. And then his passive is that he gets attack and defense plus 120%. He gets an additional 120% attack when performing a super attack. And then he also gets an additional defense plus 17% with every attack received up to 50%. He gives all allies 3 key and 60% defense, and then he reduces damage received by 17% just for free. And then he gets an additional damage reduction of 40%, and then he supports all allies for another 17% defense when HP is 77% or below. So pretty good passive, a lot of damage reduction, a lot of support. Already talked about it during the video, so definitely very good. And then his links are Android Assault, Twin Terrors, Infinite Energy, Solid Support, Shocking Speed, Tournament of Power, and Fierce Battle. And then his categories are Universe Survival Saga, Androids, Representatives Universe 7, Siblings Bond, Worthy Rivals, Final Trump Card, Battle of Wits, Defenders of Justice, Battle of Fate, and then Superheroes. So, alright, that is the EZA MVP 17. Let me know what you guys are thinking of him down in the comments, and let me know who you think should have gotten an EZA during the celebration. I know some of you probably think this guy was a good choice for an EZA. I'm not blaming you for thinking that. He definitely is very good. But again, I feel like there was better options to help Dokkan Fest Super 17. But once again, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.